So, good morning to all. A reference with the previous slide. In the previous slide, we saw the detailed thorough about abstract and literature review. So, in this video, we will see exactly what is meant by methodology, how to write discussions, and the results. So, we will go thoroughly. So the methodology section of the research paper explains how the research was conducted and provides a framework that allow other to evaluate validity and reliability of the study. It outlined the research design, the method used for data collection, and the analytical approaches. Here is a general structure for writing a methodology. So, introduction to methodology. Briefly explain the overall research approach, that is the qualitative or quantitative or mixed method approach. You have to justify why this approach was chosen for the study, that is research design. Explain the type of the study, example, experimental, descriptive, correlational, case study. Again, you have to provide reasoning for choosing this design and how it suits the research question. So coming with the next slide, this is the participant or the sample. So you have to describe the sample population, including the sample size. How much of sample size you have taken for your study, inclusion or exclusion criteria and demographic. Next is information, if relevant. Explain how the sample was selected, random sampling, convenience sampling, purposes sampling, or example. So data collection method is very important. How you collect the data. Explain how data was collected, detailing the tools, instrument or technique, example, survey, interviews, experiment, observation. Again, discuss the reliability and validity of these tools. Again, mention if the pilot testing was conducted. Again, data analysis methods are important. Describe how the data was analyzed, qualitative, coding, statistical test. You have to specify any software used for the analysis, like for quantitative data means SPSS, that is statistical software can be used, a statistical package for social survey. Again, NVivo and R, those are the software that is used for analysis of your study. If applicable, explain how you ensure accuracy and minimize the biases. Then ethical consideration. Explain any ethical consideration taken into the account. Example, informed consent, confidently, ethical approved. If applicable, discuss any conflict or the interest. Again, those are the limitation. Acknowledge any potential limitation of the methodology. Example, sample size, generalizability. Discuss how these limitations might affect the results. Again, you have to write the conclusion. Summarize methodology, restating why chosen approach is appropriate for answering the research question. Again, those are coming with the results. So how to write the results in your research paper? This is very important because whatever the research you have done, you have to write a proper result. What is the output of your research? The result section of the research paper present the finding of your study, typically in a clear, objective, and straightforward manner, without interpretation or discussion. Here is how to structure the result section effectively. First, you have to write introduction of the result. Provide a brief overview of what the reader can expect in this section. Again, restate the research question or hypothesis to remind the reader of the focus of analysis. Again, presentation of the data. Actually qualitative data or quantitative data. So for quantitative data, present the data in a clear, organized manner using table, graph, or chart to display the numeric result. Example, mean, standard deviation, and percentage. Include appropriate caption for each table or the figure. Ensure that the visuals are easy to read and interpret. Again, quantitative data is important. If your study involves qualitative data, present key themes, categories, or pattern that emerge from your analysis. Use direct quote or descriptions from participant or the sources to support the finding, provide the context of the finding. Again, statistical results if applicable. Report any statistical analysis, including test results, p-value, confidence intervals. Again, state whether the results were statistically significant and explain any relevant metrics. Be precise and transparent with the numbers, but avoid overloading the reader with too much of detail. Again, complex results should be supplemented with the visual aids, example, tables and figures. Fourth is comparative or correlational results. If the study involves comparison between the groups, example, experimental versus control groups, present the difference clearly If the study explores the relationship between variable, correlation, regression, summarize the key findings. Again, subgroup analysis or additional finding. If there are any specific subgroup or secondary analysis, describe this finding in separate subsections if needed. Include any unexpected finding or exploratory analysis that provide additional insight. 6 is clarification of the key findings. Make it clear which findings are most significant or central to your research question. Provide contextualization if needed for results that may require further explanation. This is usually kept brief. In interpretation is reserved for the discussion sections. Again, avoid interpretation is important. Do not interpret or analyze the result in sections. Focus on a factual presentation of the data. You have to save the discussions of the meaning, implication, limitation for the discussion section of your paper. Example of the structure. Table 1, demographic characteristic or the participant. Figure 1, mean test score by the group. Then statistical analysis, t-test result, t is equal to 2.45, p equal to 0.03. Theme 1, participant perceptions on teaching effectiveness with illustrative quotes. Again, the discussion section of the research paper is where you interpret your results, explain their implication, and connect them to existing research. This section allows you to reflect on what your findings mean in the context of the broader field. Here is how to structure a clear and comprehensive discussion. Restate the research problem or hypothesis. Briefly remind the reader of the research questions or hypothesis. Outline the aim of the study again, providing context for the interpretation of the result. Again, interpretation of the result. So how to interpret? First, explain your finding. Discuss the key results in the relation to your research question or hypothesis, where your expectation meet, why or why not. Highlight significant results. Focus on the most important findings and explain why they matter. Again, relate to existing literature. Compare your result to previous studies. Are they consistent with or different from the past research? If there are other differences, offer potential reason why. Implications of the finding, theoretical implication, practical implication, future research. So what is theoretical implication? How do your findings contribute to existing theories or models in your field? Do they support challenges or refine existing ideas? Practical implication, discuss any real world application of your finding. How can they inform practice policy or decision making? Again, future research, suggestion area for future research. Are there unanswered questions or new directions that your findings are open? Fourth is limitation in the study. Acknowledge any limitation of your study, example, sample size, methodology, measurement, issue, and biases. Discuss how these limitations might have affected the result or interpretation. Be honest about the constraint of your study, as these demonstrate scientific integrity and transparency. So, alternative explanation. If there are multiple ways to interpret your finding, consider alternative explanation. That is, acknowledge any uncertainties in the data and discuss possible factors that could influence the result. Last is conclusion. Summarize the main finding and their significance. Restate how your findings answer the research question or contribute to the field. Emphasize the contribution your study makes to advancing knowledge or practice. Restate research question. The study aimed to examine the relation between social media use and academic performance in the university student. This is one of the example for your research question. So this is all about how to write your discussions, results, and implication and conclusion. Thank you very much.